Hello, welcome to Goode Science. Hi, I'm Miss Caroline, and I'm the creator of Goode Science videos for parents and teachers who are doing remote learning at home. The purpose of this video is to introduce the YouTube channel for parents and teachers, and the why, the how, the when, and the where, all about it. Okay, I'm going to take this off because I am safely social distanced from anyone in the house. My name is Caroline Goode, or Miss Caroline. And I'm here to tell you that if you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and confused with online classes for your kids, you are not alone. My Goode Science videos are an excellent way for parents and teachers to explore science concepts with your student and child in a non-threatening way. Together we can do this, and we can make it simple and easy. The Goode Science YouTube channel's goal is to offer you as a parent, foremost, and teachers support for the grades 5 to 8 middle school science curriculum. And because you're participating in virtual or distance learning, each student video allows you as a parent or a teacher the opportunity to get into simple hands-on activities using simple materials, okay, things that you can find around the house, and they will demonstrate a middle school science topic using all easy, simple materials, okay? So, these science videos provide hands-on activities that have been tested and tried and were successful by me in the classroom, and also to those teachers who I did professional development for, and just give you the opportunity that in the feeling that you have support. These videos align with the National Science Standards or the Next Generation Science Standards, NGSS, so that you can be sure at-home learning connects with your students' curriculum, okay? This includes videos especially for parents, and I will provide not only resources, also tips to help support your kids and your students. While I know that there are lots and lots of videos that offer great science activities, good quality activities, I want you to know that Goode Science is different. And you may be asking why? Because these are aligned with the science standards and the activity they will meet. So this means that you, as a parent or teacher, do not have to spend the time Googling meaningful science activities, because really, most of us, the way we learn is we can't learn science without doing it. So these hands-on activities provide great experience for your kids to be able to connect what they're learning in the classroom to what is real in the world. And by doing hands-on activities, they create this mental image and this whole level of deeper understanding as they do their studies. I am also working with a great local middle school in Rockland, Massachusetts, to align these activities with their school curriculum. So this means that you, as a parent or teacher, do not have to spend time Googling meaningful science activities. This is already done for you. In addition, many of the videos have useful links to information and resources that will enrich the lab activity and classroom experience. At the end of each video, there will be links to any handouts that I used and talked about, links to more interactive and animated experiences to go along with what we've done. So there'll be lots of other things included in the videos that I think are different from most science videos that you'll find today. To kick off the science series, in the Parent-Teacher Doing Science Remotely, in my next video, Doing Science Remotely, I will be focusing on how to organize and get your kids ready to create a workspace for online learning by setting up a science kit of basic materials, and that can be used for all subjects and not only for science, okay? Having these kits can save you a lot of grief when it comes to working from home. If each child has the kit, as I'll show you in the next video, it's all set up. They have the tools they need to go to work. And these kits can be used for any subject, not just science. So I hope you'll check that out. Okay. Also, there'll be a link to a handout for a jump start into science and math called Predicting Your Growth. And I'll explain that more in the next video. But it's things like these that you'll be able to count on in each video. Okay. You'll also notice in the next video that I mention that in science, scientists use the metric system of measurement, which is centimeters, kilometers in such. And so all our measuring is done in centimeters when we do science. And if you're a little taken back by the word metric system, because here in the United States we use the standard unit of measure, but if you're bothered by that, let me tell you, it will all be fine. Measuring in metrics is much simpler than trying to use the ruler and determine if it's 5 3/8 or 1/16. In centimeters, everything is in increments of 10. So not only is it more useful and better to understand, but it's also the way that scientists use it in their work. You will see in each video that I've asked students to have a science notebook. I realize in today's world that students probably use electronic notebooks or electronic journals, and that is great. But I still have found that the old pencil and paper notebook, when we're taking measurements and when we're recording data and we're making sketches, it's very useful to use an old-fashioned notebook, and then you're able to transfer what you learned and share in the activity through your electronic notebook or journal. So it's not to say that we don't use it. I think in today's world we need both. Who in the world is Caroline Goode anyway? Well, I've worked as a middle school teacher and as a middle school teacher and STEM science consultant. And STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, a growing field in careers. And I specialize in hands-on STEM-driven science lab activities. Again, I have to repeat, in order to learn science, you have to do it. And that's the main purpose of bringing good science to you. I realize that during COVID, it is going to be difficult, if not impossible, to have student labs in the classroom in many, many schools. This is why I created Goode Science, to bring meaningful hands-on experiences to you and your students and children at home using simple materials found around the house. You do not need to purchase fancy science equipment and tools to learn and do science. In the words of Dr. Seuss, oh, the things we will learn. The important thing is to learn and have fun. There will be a link at the end of this video to Dr. Seuss's book, All the Places to Go. Read along with your kids. I have to tell you that yes, even middle school kids enjoy a nice read-along book. And that helps to break up the day, and it makes you more comfortable and your kids more comfortable with you as the facilitator now of doing these science lessons. And if you have younger kids at home, it would be great if you could have your middle school child read this book to their siblings. One more thing you should know is in my career, I was fortunate to work with many talented teachers and organizations at the national, state, and local levels. And through these experiences, I was able to become more effective as a science teacher, and I could bring new and exciting things into my classroom to pique my students' interest and to keep them motivated. I'll share a few of my credentials with you now, but if you're interested, there will be a document and it will be linked so that you can see and learn more about me. One of my proudest honors was to be selected as the Massachusetts Science Teachers Association Science Educator of the Year in 2014. Other things that I have done is I've consulted and worked with NASA. I've worked with the National Institute of Health Office of Science Education, the National Challenger Center for Space Education as a faculty alumni with the Teachers in Space program. I worked with the Mobile, Alabama Public Schools and the Mobile Area Education Foundation as a science writer and developer for their EYE program, Engaging Youth Through Engineering. If you're interested in learning more about my credentials, please refer to the document that's linked at the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider subscribing to this channel and show your support by sharing what you've learned on our Facebook page. See you next time.